Okay, so we've talked about the female heat cycle. Star right now is on her day 14. She started, or at least I seen red specks of blood, and then I went and petted her vulva. She was bleeding. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, on the 12th, I actually brought one of my males up. He's a silver sable. And I brought him up to kind of be around her to see if she would accept a male or if she was kind of still antsy. They did end up mating. So what I do when I mate is I will mate every other day for 3 times unless something happens. So they mated 2 days ago. I do not mate them back-to-back days because the males will need to replenish sperm. So here in just a little bit, I'm going to bring him up and I'm actually going to show you their interaction. They are probably going to lock. And again, this is just a educational video on the breeding of not just dogs, but German Shepherds. Star is a short-haired white German Shepherd, and her mate is Silver. He is a long-haired silver sable. So with these two, you know, puppies are going to have various colors. There's silver puppies. They will all be short coat puppies, even though they will kind of be a little bit fluffy, but they all will be short coat because Star does not carry, and she is not a long coat. Silver is a long coat. You need 2 copies of the long coat hair gene to produce a long coat puppy. Either if the parent carries it, which is a recessive gene that they get from their parents, or they are. For example, Star is an all-white German Shepherd. Silver has his, I do believe his mom is an all-white Shepherd. So there's a 50% chance, 75% chance that there are going to be white puppies, because 50% of the chance comes from the mom, and then 25% of that chance will come from dad. So you don't look at just the DNA genes of what the dogs are. You have to actually look at what else they carry. When dogs lock and they're unable to separate themselves. And this is a very safe way to keep 2 dogs that are locked contained. Sometimes the females will want to bolt. Sometimes, you know, they get antsy. So keeping them in a contained area, it's not forcing them to mate. There's going to be no holding, there's going to be no roping, there's not going to be any kind of that. If Star wants to accept Silver, she will. If not, she'll nip at him, she'll, you know, bark at him, she'll sit down, she'll make sure that he does not mate with her. But I do not do forced mating. I do make sure that they mate in a nice closure, so that way they are safe. That way that the male doesn't get injured, or the female. And after they are done locking and they're separated, I can make sure that they both recover from the mating. So when a male locks with a female, his penis will enlarge and become bulbous, which means one of the ends will inflate like a balloon. That's what causes the connection for both of them. And as they tie, the fluids will get less and less. Sometimes they'll lock for just a couple minutes. Sometimes they can lock up to 20, 25, 30 minutes. But it just depends. So again, this is going to be a educational video. Star, in the back of her behind, her vulva has thickened and come out. So basically, her vulva is usually hidden, and with all the extra blood flow in that, it actually comes out and protrudes. And that's the only way she can accept a male, is when her vulva is engorged and open, because when it goes back and it's closed, a male really cannot penetrate her. So we are actually going to be, usually a dog will be pregnant for 63-ish days, give or take. When they mate, semen, sperm will live in a female and travel for up to 7 days. So even though I mated them 2 days ago, Star will have semen still in her from that previous mating, to possibly, because the time that they're fertile, unless you have a progesterone machine and can do blood testing, it's a little bit hard to find that exact time when they're fertile. My rule of thumb is always about 12 to 14 days after I see that red blood flow, or that red blood. Once it starts to lighten up, and hers did around, like I said, day 12. Usually it does take a day or two for the female to accept the male, but Star she was like, yep, I'm ready to have puppies. So I don't know if you can see when she's walking around how her behind is just showing a little bit of her vulva in the back, how it's just kind of like a little bit out there. Here, come here. Come here. So I don't know if you can see, but she's got her vulva that's a little bit protruding. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to bring up Silver. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out her bed first and foremost. I'm gonna take out her bed, and then I'm gonna put water in here for them. And I'll bring up Silver and we'll see how that goes, if he does lock with her or not. I do have my other male over here, and he's not happy because he's not the one mating with Star, and he will be a little bit loud, but he's in here because he's a short coat, and he's in here because it's a little bit more warmer in here than the outside kennel right now, because we are getting some really low freezing temperatures. My long-haired dogs don't mind that. They're actually under heaters. But even though my short-haired dogs will also have heaters, they tend to get a little bit colder. So I bring them in here so that way they're more comfortable. But all right, so I'm gonna get this set up, and then I'll bring in Silver, and we will actually see if he will mate her again, because he's about her size, but he's actually kind of fat. He's definitely a round potato. All right, so we will be right back. Okay, so I'm getting ready to introduce Silver. Sonia, okay? He's in the window. So, come here, Silver. You want to come in? Silver, off, Star. Come here, Silver. Come here, Silver. Come here. Come here. Come here. Watch out, Star. Go. Go in. All right. So, we are going to give them a little bit of room. All right. So, right off the bat, her tail goes off to the side. She's being a little bit flirty and playful. And he's trying again. And again, flirty and playful. So there is not a forced mating. It's if she wants to, she will. And Silver is just, again, a little bit thicker than her. And if he mates, it usually takes him a little bit, and he gets tired out pretty quick. So right now, as you can see, she's being very playful. She's being very receptive. And Silver is really trying to, whenever he does enter, he starts jumping very, very rapidly. Like possibly, nope, not right now, almost. And sometimes, like I said, it does take a little while. But again, it's all in nature. You want to make sure that the two pair who are mating are, you know, happy. And here we go. Here we go. Here is the jumping and the jumping, and we will get a lock here in just a second. And you see Star's not really moving. She knows what's going on. So Silver is right now getting ready to finish. And see, this is, he's trying, yep, he put his leg over. This is again why I keep them in this kind of an area, to make sure that they are safe when they lock, so that way nobody bolts and nobody gets hurt. So right now they just locked, and it's usually the female who wants to move more because she's kind of uncomfortable. The male usually will stay in place. So I'm gonna come in here. And so this is the second time that they've locked. They have water over there that's a little bit messed up. Come here, my star. Come here, mama. Come here, my good girl. So this is the second time that they've locked. They locked 2 days ago. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let them lock one more time in 2 more days. Not tomorrow, but the day after. So every 2 days for 3 times. Mama, it's okay. So again, it's usually the female that wants to kind of move around and gets antsy. But Silver here is doing a great job. He's just kind of staying still and following her. And then after this, I will not let her go out potty for at least an hour. After an hour, then she can go potty. But yeah, my mama. Yeah. So he is trying to keep still, but she's not letting him. Easy, mama. Easy, Star. Easy. Easy, my baby. So when they separate, there is going to be a spilling of fluids. Usually they'll do their best to clean it up, but I usually, when she goes out potty, I'll come in here and I'll do a mop afterwards to clean that up. It's perfectly normal. You do want to make sure that after they separate, that the male's penis retracts and goes back inside. You do not want him to hurt himself or it to be out more than just a few seconds, because it does need to have the protection, the protective outer layer. Yeah. And again, there's definitely going to be, well, especially with the larger dogs, a very musty smell. You know, it's just something that happens. Shh. Eat your cookie. Eat your cookie. Conan, go eat your cookie. And all they both want is a little bit of love. Yeah. So again, I have my other male over there all covered up so he doesn't see. I actually am going to pair him with my solid black female later. So no worries, he will breed. They each have different pairs where Conan has mated with Star before. Conan has mated with Storm before. Silver has mated with them both before. Luna over there in my first cage, she has not mated at all. She still needs to go through her OFA and her pin hip and all that. She does have the rest of her testing. Good boy. And see, this female here is kind of going a little crazy too, because she is like, something's going on, and you know, baby fever. She's just like, okay. Now, Storm here goes into heat like 2 weeks-ish after Star normally. So I'm just kind of watching her to see when she actually starts her heat too. And hopefully these two should be separating soon. Like I said, once they separate, I'll check and make sure Silver's okay. I'll check and make sure Star's okay. And I'll leave Star in here for at least an hour. I won't let her go potty for an hour. I'll check and make sure Silver's good to go, and then I'll take him back downstairs because he likes it. It's kind of cool downstairs, not as hot as up here after they're separated. So it's been quite a while. And again, please remember, oh, there we go. So that just happened. So Star disconnected, and definitely fluid came out. She's cleaning herself. We have Silver over here trying to get himself clean. And I'm looking down here to make sure that I don't see his penis is going back in. I just see a little bit of the tip, and they're both doing a little bit of a cleanup. He's kind of checking her to make sure she's okay, and she's just like, nope, not again. Even though he's not really interested in mounting her right now, she's just like, stay away from there. So this is, I have to go back. I think they were locked for like 15 minutes, 12 minutes, I don't know. I have to go back and look. But again, she will not go outside to go potty for at least an hour. And I'm checking and I'm looking down, and it looks like his penis is all the way put back. He's just kind of helping clean, which is normal. He's not interested in doing any kind of mating right now. So he's just making sure that, Conan! And again, she's just being flirty, checking out on him, making sure he's okay. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and bring Silver back downstairs. What are you trying to do? No. You already did once. You already did once. We're going to get ready to go downstairs, and I got to bring him downstairs. So here we go, and we're going to leave her in. Silver, outside. Outside. Come on, Silver. Come on. We go downstairs. And I'm just bringing him back down.